So that was part of the weekly wrap up. Do you have anything you want to shout out before I keep going to the weekly wrap up? Anything you want
Uh,
to talk about? Chat about?
do I?
Scream from the rooftops?
Not. I don't think so. I think I got that out earlier.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk some Nintendo stuff then. We got the game
You
cartridges.
fucking baited me.
Got
God damn it.
you, buddy.
It's like my least favorite thing behind Persona to talk about is Nintendo Switch stuff.
The Nintendo Switch 2 specifically. So that you can't
Ah,
say this is your least favorite yet.
yeah, I can because they did call it the new Nintendo Switch.
They almost called it the Super Nintendo Switch.
Either way, it's like, God, I hate talking about it. We've been talking about it for years. I don't care that it's about to come out. I still don't like talking about it.
Well, it's time to talk about it again. And I'll be talking about it next weekend.
Nah, we got other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, Mario Kart World.
That could be a weekly wrap up.
Wow. It'll be the last of the main
It'll
topics.
be the
How's
last
that?
of the weekly wrap up.
Whoa,
Mario
whoa.
Kart World. There's not going to be much to talk about. Let's
Look,
be honest.
I know it'll probably be at most like a 5-10 minute conversation. I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna do my part, but I imagine my stance on it is gonna be the same stance that I've had, the same stance that I have in the June Metacritic prediction video that's going up tomorrow, by the way. Please go watch it. Where it's just Mario Kart. That's it. This looks like natural progression of what Mario Kart should have had. But it'll be fun. But that's about it. It's not. Let's raise the price of gaming fun. But anyway, no. So I got a couple things with the Nintendo Switch 2. The first is involving the game cartridges. Did you see this that I sent in the group chat?
Yeah, I mean, I had heard it, but
This is
yeah,
stupid. This is just Nintendo
I've been saying it was
overcomplicating.
stupid the whole time.
Yeah, this is just Nintendo overcomplicating
Make
things.
one goddamn cartridge.
Now, I just want to know about the last one. Like, why is that one a thing? Is it because you don't want to make like so? If I buy for the last cartridge, the last one,
Go through all of
yeah,
them.
okay. Thank you. You're right. All right. So yeah, with the Nintendo Switch 2 game cartridges, there's going to be 3 type of cards, and it's going to be the distinguishing is going to be the coding down at the bottom of the card, where it's either going to be LB, LP, or LN. If it's LB, that is a Nintendo Switch 2 only cartridge. If it's LP, that's going to be one of the game key cards, and if it's LN, that is one that apparently works for both the Nintendo Switch 1 and the Nintendo Switch 2. So it's like, I guess they just don't want to make a gray Nintendo Switch 1 traditional cartridge we know, and they only want to make one cartridge going forward for those games.
Well,
I don't know what this is.
Well, that's the point of it. But the problem is, it's being communicated in this stupid way.
Yeah.
When in reality, all it should be is you should have a on the box art, it should just say Nintendo Switch 2. And because that's what it's going to be, they're not going to tell you it's a game card.
Right.
It's like, so you'll buy it, and some of them you'll put it in, and you'll have to download the game.
Yep.
And the other thing should be, if it's one of the ones that'll work in both, the box art should say Nintendo Switch / Nintendo Switch 2.
Yep.
That's all. That should be the end of it right there.
Yeah. But instead we have this route.
Yeah. Instead of show it and be like, there's 3 different cards, just go, we don't need to know that. Just show me it's like, just distinguish it by the box art.
Yeah, exactly. Because like now I'm wondering for like this whole LN thing where it works for both Switch 1 and Switch 2. If I bought a Switch 1 game, right? Switch 1 case and everything, is my card going forward going to be red if it's also a Switch 2 game, It's just kind of weird.
Well,
I don't know. It's just weird, a weird approach. Nintendo being Nintendo as per normal.
No, it's like going forward, they're all gonna be that new card.
Yeah.
Any new game that comes out is gonna be the card that works for both Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2.
Right.
They're not gonna make the old card anymore. They're not gonna make just Nintendo Switch 1 games.
Mhm.
They'll make them compatible for both, and you'll have to. They better distinguish it by the box art.
Yeah. Right.
But it's like that's just gonna be it going forward.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the whole that was just stupid, man.
It's the most Nintendo stupid way to do something.
Yeah, it is. The other thing is the Nintendo Switch 2s are out in the wild, and they are locked behind a day one update.
This was the funniest thing to see.
Yeah, so it is that conversation of you cannot play the Switch 2 until you have an internet connection, which I understand people's concerns about that to a point, right? Because making sure like everyone is on the internet kind of thing, like that was what ultimately killed the idea of the Xbox One and deflating thing there. But also, like, look, you got to think about it. you have like over what 200 to 300 million Switch 1 units out in the wild. I promise you almost all those people have some way to get to the internet, especially with
Well,
how many people are on the planet. But
that
it's also from like a standpoint of nothing getting leaked, nothing getting
yeah,
hacked. I mean, they're cracking down security.
it's more of it's less about like needing like having to have a connection like at all times, which is what people got so up in arms about with the Xbox One. It's
Yep,
more of you got the console before you were supposed to have the console, and
correct.
you thought you were going to be able to show off with it,
You thought you were gonna be cheeky.
and instead they're making it where when it comes out, it's like you have like they're sending out the activation sequence instead of you just being able to show it off a week early.
Right.
Which, I mean, for people that have it already, I mean, yeah, you can be as frustrated as you want that you have it right now and can't use it, but at the same time, it's not out yet.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's I think it's the smartest move possible because I mean you got to look, man. You got to look at the entire Nintendo Switch 1 generation, how every single first party game got leaked early because
Also, the Switch 2 was leaked for months.
yeah,
We knew everything about the console before they showed it off.
yeah, correct. Um so I mean like them taking this approach, man, there's going to be that they have taken so many measures to prevent hacking and prevent security issues with this console because like dude, OG day one switches, a switch I still have in my house right now, like that's the one that's easily hackable where I could go hack it and get all these new games coming to the eShop like 2 weeks in advance once the code hits the eShop in prep for the launch. Like that's how Tears of the Kingdom got leaked. That's how any first party game got leaked is because of that. So it's like you know they've just like really cracked down the security element of things because I even saw something I want to shout it out in case it is real, but I need to like do a little bit more reading on it. Where it's like if you do attempt to hack the Nintendo Switch 2, it will essentially reboot your console and put it in a constant boot phase. Where it's just like, oh, you thought you could try this again? Fuck you, buddy. So I mean, it's just them trying to crack down security. You know, same thing with what you just said is you got this when you're not supposed to have it, so you got to wait for an update to use it. It's just kind of like getting a game early, you
Yeah.
know. So I don't know. I will also say with Switch 2, I wanted to shout this out because I saw this and people I feel like needed to be aware of this. Is with your pre-orders. If you got your pre-order with Walmart specifically, which that is one of my pre-orders that I have, go check your pre-order status and the symbol that is beside your pre-order will tell you how you are getting the console. So have mine pulled up. If you see this little Walmart bag here for your pre-order, that means that you are getting the console from the store and you will be getting it basically by like 9 or 10 p.m. that day. If it is a picture of the truck, Godspeed on when you're going to get it because that's coming through a distribution center. So, like in my case, my pre-order is just going to come from whatever batch one of our local WalMarts are going to have, and it's going to be delivered to me probably via like a Spark driver or something like that. So, go check your pre-orders and see how you're going to get the console. Because once I saw that news pop out, I went and checked mine. I got excited. Oh wow, I'm actually getting mine day
You
one
don't
because I didn't think I was.
you don't just want to go up to the store. You want to have you want to have a driver come.
Listen, brother, if it was my choice, I'd be going to the store, but I don't think it's my choice.
Just go to the.
I don't think it's my choice.
I just go to the store.
I wish I could, but I don't think it's my choice. I don't think it's my choice. I could try. I could definitely try, but I also don't know which store it's coming from. I can assume yes, but I mean, as a former Spark driver myself, dude, you can get shit from one store and go way out somewhere else. It's like, why do I even have this order? So I don't know. But yeah, no, go check that out if you haven't already. Yeah, so I said earlier the Pokemon Presents is set for in July 22nd, and we do have a release date for Pokemon Legends ZA. It is set to come out October 16th. So that's exciting. Excited to see more on the game.
No, is this a Pokemon Present specifically about ZA?
It's probably going to mostly focus it, yeah.
I feel like it's a little unnecessary.
hmm
We, we've gotten so much about we know what the game is.
Yeah.
We don't need a presents on it. We just need the game at this point.
I saw someone ask, do you think it's a possibility that you at the end of this you get a reveal for next gen? And I'm just like, maybe.
I expected that at Pokemon Day.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, next gen's going to come out next year. So, I mean, do you want to go ahead and get ahead on it and do a quick little like Scarlet and Violet style reveal that hey,
Yeah.
this is a thing and end it
I
there?
mean, I said we were gonna get that at the previous
Yep.
thing because it made sense for it to be then.
Yep.
It's like show it off as a little 15-second ender,
Yep.
and then everybody can be excited about this game. Well, going, hey, we know what the next game, or we see the starters for the next game.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not like it's going to take away sales from Legends. You know, Legends is going to sell fine. So, I mean, I'm in the boat that I think the reason why we're getting the presents in July is to show a quick teaser of what the next games are, at least what their titles are, right, for next year. I've seen a lot of people say, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to. I think it will. I think you could potentially end this presents with a little teaser. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to go ahead and get that out there.
Now, are you just assuming we're getting a Gen 10 next year?
Yeah. I'm pretty locked in. I think Gen 10's happening next year.
Could be Gen 10 next year, or another in between game.
Yeah, another remake, like a Gen 5 remake.
Gen 5 remake, or another, like, not necessarily like Let's Go game, but another game in that style where you revisit a generation.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be Gen 10 because I don't think they want to carry on their VGC stuff in Scarlet and Violet another year because we've already gotten past all
We're supposed to be getting that
Showdown. Yeah, you're right. Or not Showdown, State, whatever it is.
Champions.
Champions, thank you. Yeah, that's true. Forgot about that. Whenever that's going to be, which I'm sure we'll probably see something about that next month.
I assume that's going to be the new VGC format going forward, and they'll just carry mechanics over from
That's true.
games.
That's true. No, I think Gen 10 is appropriate for next year, personally.
I mean, I said earlier this year that I think it's going to be next year, but
yeah, I'm locked into it. I think next year's Gen 10.